Welcome back to Business Today. Now, Kenya's horticultural exports grew by 5% in 2020, signaling positive prospects for the sector. Despite export earnings for the year 2020 being at an all-time high of 151 billion shillings, the situation remains bearish. And as export stakeholders project, theirs will be a wait-and-see approach as the year takes shape. The ruthless business environment of 2020 spared no sector, not even the horticulture, floriculture, fruits and vegetables industry. The whole value chain was dented significantly. The industry shed off over 50,000 employees that worked in the over 400 companies, either in production, supply and export of the fresh produce. But with all this, the industry still managed a 5% growth in sales last year.
95% of all the fruits and vegetables that we produce in this country is consumed here. We export between 4 to 5% to market destinations. But on the other hand, we export slightly over 90% to 95% of all the flowers that we produce. We consume quite little in terms of flowers.
Data from the Fresh Produce Association of Kenya, FPEAK, and the Fresh Produce Consortium, FPC, revealed a 27 million kilogram drop in production volumes in 2020 compared to 2019. Despite the drop in production volumes, sales increased last year by 6 billion shillings. Brexit did not affect the sales as a trade agreement was brokered to guard Kenya's market not only in Britain but also in the European Union. As a strategy to revamp the sales, FPEAK and FPC will be scouting for more emerging markets as they angle to strike partnerships with various logistics companies, among them the national carrier Kenya Airways. This is in a bid to manage air freight charges that continue to affect businesses negatively.
Our expansion plan is to look at South Korea. We are looking at renegotiating our discussion on avocado, fresh avocado into China. We are looking at Thailand. We are looking at Mauritius. And we are looking at America.
From the fresh produce traders, they have equally called for more incentives to level off what they term as an unfriendly business environment for producers and exporters. The two bodies now want government to manage the high costs of doing business in the country and reduce taxes associated with exports.
We'd like government, number one, to fast-track the release of the stimulus package that was promised to us by His Excellency the President. We haven't seen any movement so far, so we'd like government to fast-track the release of that money. And we have made recommendations that where we anticipate the highest impact is when those funds will be used to subsidize air freight in partnership with Kenya Airways.
All right, and still staying with matters horticulture, the Moi South Lake Road in Naivasha